Hello YouTube gamers, so we are continuing our historic Brawl challenge where we try to get 5 wins before we get 5 losses. Decided to build a Bruna the Fading Light as the commander, which of course has Gisela the Broken Blade, so that we can attempt to get these two to meld. Pretty broken creature if you are able to do it. It's hard to pull off. But other than that, it's mostly just a kind of white angel and human tribal deck with just a bunch of white good stuff in it. So let's see if we can get 5 wins with it. My deck. Okay. Well, only 2 land. Not ideal, but at least we have something we can cast. And if we draw one more land, we can start drawing cards and playing Splendid Angel. So I guess we'll keep it, take the chance. Really usually like to see at least one mana rock with a 2-land hand though, but we'll try it. Hey, we got land, yay. I think we're just gonna start by playing this thing. Hopefully draw closer to more land. More mana rocks. Do a tutor, I mean, pinch we can go get Birth of Meletis with it or something. Hopefully we don't have to use it for that. At least we got some stuff to do now. But against an Essek, God of the Tree deck, definitely going to need to have more than just one way to deal with the bridge problem, but we'll see what that goes. So he's definitely playing bridge next turn, which means we're going to want a Vanishing Light. So if I deal a tutor, gets me Birth of Meletis. I won't be able to do both of those next turn, so I'm probably not going to do that. I think I'm just going to play the Resplendent Angel, just try and get beat down in. Big problem here is he's going to just play the bridge again the turn after if he doesn't miss a land drop. So we're in a bad spot, especially missing land drops here. And right now, as it stands, we're not going to be going fast enough to kill him before he can start getting bridge crystals going. Yep, we're fucked. Alright, we need something to do with bridge, which we don't have right now. Well, hopefully it's not just planeswalkers, or if it is, hopefully it doesn't hit a good one. But I do think I want an idyllic tutor, trying to decide what we're going to do it for. I mean, if I idyllic tutor for the birth of Meliodas, it's not really good. Maybe I just go for Giada and hold up the swords, or holding up the swords probably doesn't really matter too much. I could also attach the Shadow Spear and play Giada. Still doesn't look good, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Might be, depends on what happens on the bridge, so. Goes down to RNG as it really does with these kind of decks. Alright, all we got was a throwing bird, so that's good. Alright, low rolls, that's definitely what we need. Sacrifice creature. Alright, so if we do that, go get a land, I'll have 3 mana. I think really wanted to play the Sigarda Savior so I could get that Cathar Commander back out, but it's going to have to happen next turn. I guess right now it's just going to be this, Source of Plowshares and Throwing Birds, and a couple of those Planeswalkers. And just hope for another weak bridge trigger. I'm tempted to just let the Narset live. I'm not gaining one more life. Yeah, I think this is still best. Alright, let's hope for another whiff from the opponent. Not likely, but it's our only hope. Yeah, I'm gonna move on. The only way to beat Bridge is actually get an average or better draw. We got a way below average draw. I hate Prismatic Bridge and go to decks, they're exactly the same thing. Just 5-color good stuff, random bullshit that requires no skill. Just all about high rolling or low rolling on your triggers. Makes it very boring to play against. Vika. Well, we both got 7 mana commanders without heavy ramp colors, so theoretically at least evenly matched. I guess this hand's alright. getting scary. Five artifacts flips it, huh? So I guess we don't have to worry about that flipping just yet. So I think I'm just going to go for the beatdown for now. Realm of the Host. Just go for this for now. Not too worried about anything he's got on the board just yet. Could possibly get this to trigger this time, but hopefully he doesn't. This is basically threatening lethals. Yeah, that's lethal. Guess we just kill this. Well, it wasn't much of a game, but at least it's a win. Opponent just had a lot of do-nothing cards, unfortunately for him. A lot of good cards, no mana. Can't keep that one. We're up against an Uro deck, so they're going to be wrapping the shit out of us most likely. So, yeah, this hand might be able to keep up with their ramp a little bit. Unfortunately, nothing to really do this turn. That's unfortunate. But cool. We're getting keyed out as confused. We put it in graveyard. Is always nice. Let's just get back creatures. Gonna get rid of him. You can always bring it back with Bruna anyways. Actually, I probably should have discarded the Defilers, so just because that would get him back too. I always forget that this is a human. Yeah, I think this seems like a good Bruna time, but my opponent could have a counter spell. So actually, maybe I'll hold off on that. Of course, auto-tapper tries to screw you every time. Yeah, I think I'm going to play the Defiler, and if my opponent does have a counter spell, we can always get that back with Bruna next turn. If he doesn't have a counter spell, then we have a Defiler, and that's pretty good. Alright, didn't even hold for it, so I don't think he has one. And we also get to tutor this turn this way, so... Not 100% sure what I want just yet. I've only been playing this deck. I only built it earlier today. I've only played it a few times. But, oh yeah, we got to get Casella, right? Of course. Sure. Wow, only has one green mana. I still would rather play Casella first, because, again, if it gets countered, we can get it back with Bruna. Counter go kill. Opponent did absolutely nothing, so if they don't have a counter spell, it's a little weird. How much mana do I have total? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I play this for 3, I'll still have 5. I don't think I even need to. I'm just going to play paying the Defiler's cost. That'll kill my Casella, but that doesn't matter. Is he gonna counter a Cold Steel Heart over countering a Casella? Okay. Sure do, you do you. Wow. Sometimes I just don't understand people. Funny thing is, if I get the Bruna down, well, if the meld goes off, it's not going to be able to play that plummet, so I'll have to do it before the meld happens. Now he doesn't have the mana to, so I think we're in pretty good shape now. I don't know what he gets from that, I suppose. He gets Day of Judgment, that would probably be bad. Just got the Hydroid, so he doesn't quite have enough to escape this guy yet, which is good. Guess we're gonna go for the Bruna though. Attack first. This opponent could have like Wash Away or something here. Okay, we got the held off, so yeah, it's gonna be hard for our opponent to win from here. Unless they got exactly Day of Judgment off of that. Or if they have River's Rebuke, I guess. But now he cannot play anything that costs 3 or less spells, which would include his commander. So even if he had the cards in the graveyard, he couldn't escape Uro. Plus, we're threatening lethal if he doesn't deal with this board. Glad we got a Meld off, though. Oh, we manipulated, okay. Glad I have Wrath of God. Too bad I can't play a Selfless Savior first. Okay. Opponent did have an answer. We got his Ancestral too, good job. We need his luck. I can draw planes, I can at least get my... It's unfortunate. Tempted to hold it to settle there, but I don't think I care that much. Oh yeah, ready at that. Alright, he wins. Had mass manipulation, not much I could do about that. This deck is probably pretty unfavored against a blue-green control deck. So. Not terrible or anything. Just didn't even play bad like he did. He made some very questionable decisions and still win. So, blue-green against mono-white almost always win, even if you're a bad player, which feels bad. Another control deck with colors that we're going to be very bad against. So we're probably pretty unfavored in this match, depending on what kind of Alayla deck my opponent is running. We'll get to draw a card if he activates his amulet. At least we have a card on board that will kill his first time casting a Layla, which is probably why he didn't. If he wants to counter this, that's fine. It's better than pretty much anything else in my deck getting countered. That works out okay with me. against an Alayla deck with some very strange choices for cards in it. So maybe we have more of a chance than I had originally thought. Maybe. Nice. Also runs murder. Okay. Every turn I feel like our chances of winning go up. When I see the cards that he's playing with. This one's annoying. Not so bad. I'm just going to go right for the Bruna and get back Harbor here. Do I want the Baneslayer, actually? Forgot that was in the graveyard from the mill. Protection from demons and dragons doesn't matter. Flying for strike, lifelink. Maybe that's better than this guy right now. I think I'll go for that. She's already flying Vigilance. This guy's flying extra. I think he's not Vigilant, but that's fine. Just a little. And if we can get our Gazella or our Search for Glory to go get Gazella, this Bruna will probably shut down my opponent's deck for the most part. Kind of thinking about right now if I want to hold back some of my creatures because I might be casting Cleansing Nova at some point. Yeah, I think that would be best, so I'm going to just activate this, and if my opponent wants to double block that, I'm not too concerned about it. I'd be okay with him trading his Alayla here. Okay, not the block that I was expecting. Okay. That works out all right for us. He's playing with shrines, huh? Okay. Opponent down to just one card in hand, that's pretty good for us. Alright, now we're guaranteed to be able to replay our Bruna. If I do decide to board wipe here. I'm going to wait at least one more turn. Or I pull the Cleansing Nova. Actually tempting to do it for enchantments and artifacts, but I think I'm going to wait and see what my opponent does this turn first. Yeah, probably still going to be better to blow up the creatures, so I'm not going to sack the Mind Stone of this. Yeah, I think this will still work out fine. Unless my opponent has a counterspell, which would be alright too. Would have been awesome if we drew a land there to play the Defiler too. We missed a land drop like last turn or turn before or something like that. Okay. Okay. Who needs skill when you play Wulamog? Not this guy. What a disappointing game. Did you get my Gazelle? The only card I really care about. Nope, she's gone. Oh well. Very disappointing. But you know, playing mono white against somebody playing Ulamog, can't really win when they draw it. Pretty bad deck otherwise, so it's a really disappointing loss. There's no way for me to win this one. I should have just conceded as soon as he played the Ulamog, and I bothered wasting time. Definitely one of those cards I really wish they didn't put into Arena, and I still can't believe they put fucking Emrakul in now too. I don't know why they insist on ruining this game. At the very least, all the best ways to cheat Emrakul in don't exist in Arena. So in the end, it's actually a pretty bad card, but it's still just shitty that they even put it in there, in my opinion. I don't think I'm going to keep this hand. Definitely looks better. Definitely been a disappointing run today. We're getting some really bad matchups too. I'd say against your average Prosper deck, we probably have a very low chance to win. We're usually loaded up with lots and lots of removal. Do this so we can go for the Bruna potentially. Okay. I guess they had a very bad hand. Well, that was barely a game, but I guess it still counts. But I do think against an average drawn Prosper deck, against us drawing average, we'd probably lose that maybe like 60-70% of the time. Prosper is really strong. Bruna is really not. Now we're up against a removal tribal, so that's probably going to be not very fun either, but at least we got a good hand. Good ramp hand. Of course, we're on the draw as well, so extra screwed. And they have Dark Ritual hand. Great. Arena really does not want me to play today, it seems. This will keep him off the board for a little while since he Dark Ritualed him out. The one thing we have going for us. Definitely love it when my opponent wastes his removal spells. It's a very good thing for us. And he's missing land drops, which normally I'd feel bad about that, but not against a Cabal deck. It takes a certain kind of scumbag human to play that, so don't feel bad for them at all. Does that affect my Bruna? Can't cast spells from graveyards or activate abilities in graveyards. Okay, that doesn't affect me. Unfortunately, I couldn't get anything back with it, but Selfless Savior is not a human. But still worth playing just for the 5/7. I'm finally getting some more. Flash is really horrible. I always forget that he has flash for some reason. But that's okay. He doesn't really have anything I want to kill with it right now anyway. Oh, nice. It's probably game then. Since my opponent has something crazy. Reading the meld now. Not gonna be able to play your commander anymore. To that. Guess I shouldn't have done that though, because I would have had lethal, but I don't think it matters much. Second time I got the meld today. Makes me happy. I actually thought we were going to have a really bad game there, but my opponent's draw was not great, so that worked out for us. We got very lucky to draw the Search to Glory too. Apparently the opponent ran out of removal because they used it all on my creatures that they shouldn't have used it on. But I mean, I guess go for the throat, it doesn't really matter because the Selfless Savior saves whatever he hits with that anyways. Oh, got 2 land and I've got an ambitious farmhand to get a 3rd land and stuff we can play, so I think this is a hand to keep. Still have not actually gotten to play this card in this deck, I think. should be pretty good. We got plenty of 3-drops, that's for sure. I want to play this first. Just start putting pressure on my opponent right now, especially since he's got a very slow commander. Does have, like, I don't know, some kind of board wipe or something like that, he's going to want to do it right now. Although he probably can't. That's a couple of force. Alright, I don't think I'm going to bother removing that thing. I think I'm just going to play the Vanillish Marshal. I think I'm going to kind of just let this board state stand and see how it goes. It should be enough to win if my opponent can't deal with it. I might bother letting him nothing down next turn. I'm also thinking maybe next turn I'll just do the Pyre. If you didn't have a way to deal with that board, that was the way to win. That's sometimes mono white can do that. And hey, we're up to 4-3. That's not too bad. Definitely had a couple of rough games in the beginning, but got a little better. Golos. How fun. Although of all the 5-color good stuff decks, I'd rather play against Golos than a lot of the others. So. Seems like a reasonable hand. I think on the play I can play the Sentinel second turn, although the Birth, I don't know. I guess I should just play this right away. I don't want to get stuck with the tap land when I want to play a 4 or 5 drop. Ooh, that's nice. I think I'm actually going to wait on this Esper Sentinel. I think I'd rather play the Aspirant first, because then next turn I can fit that in with Birth. It'll work out mana-wise better. And we can start putting +1 counters on the Esper Sentinel if this doesn't die. And that'll hopefully get us some card draw. I guess from doing this, I might as well do this. Get the land he knows about. Gotta play that before the attack stats to make sure he gets the counter. Now if my opponent uses any ramp spells, I'll at least get their draw card. Both have to sacrifice a creature, huh? I'll get rid of the Aspirate. Get him back with our commander. Potentially. Another one played before attack steps. Some life, I guess. Not that that matters much, but you never know. It's kind of a weird card to be playing in a Golos deck, isn't it? Alright, so he's basically trying to be all about poison, I guess. That's the reason to be playing things like these. And that's fine, we should be able to kill him before he can kill us on that. Kind of weird for a Golos deck. He just does that once, right? Enters the battlefield, proliferates, so that's not too big a deal. I think we're just going to do Search for Glory to go get the Casella. Play the Life Bounty, but first I'll make him fly. Keep the pressure on. At least this guy can protect something later. Oh, this is that weird blue board wipe-ish thing, right? It's probably going to read ahead to 3, I'm assuming. Destroy all creatures, free creatures destroyed this way, its control gets us. Alright, that's fine. At least we got 2 cards off this Sentinel altogether, that's pretty good. I'm surprised I didn't save that until I played the Casella. Yeah, I think that worked out pretty well for us, actually. I'm okay with that result. I wish you attack first, but it doesn't matter. And now we have another way to protect this from a board wipe. Not that it matters that much, because we can just get it back with her once we have the mana. But I'd still rather save it than not. Get back to Steel Seraph instead. I mean, opponent's already at 10, so we're threatening lethal already. They didn't have anything. Alright. That was actually some quick games. But hey, we hit our 5 before we hit our 5 wins before we hit our 5 losses, so that's good. It's great success. Alright, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And happy gaming until next time.